Love is blind, and it'll take over your mind. What you think is love is truly not. You better elevate and find. Love is blind. Obviously, we're talking about season 7 of Love is Blind, and we are far into this season. Honestly, I don't really watch Love is Blind like that, but I was bored one day and I was like, let me watch something on Netflix. And I noticed Love is Blind is out. So I clicked it. I was like, oh, okay. I'll binge watch this until the new episodes come out, right? But just like that song by Eve, a very dark song talking about love and how it could complicate things and how negative it could be if you're not with the right person. It seems as these producers took that concept and set all these women and men up with just fuckery, just people who are liars, cheaters, just manipulators. And bruh, there's so many things I could say about this season when it comes to, what's his name? I forgot his name, but the guy who sells art that it was just like, yeah, I'm rich all over the place, and then expect you to find true love when you're just telling everybody that you're rich. Why? If you tell a robber, hey, I got money, what do you think they gonna do? Rob you. What? And then we have Hannah who bullies Nick. I made you a man, Nick. We have her. We have Nick who's a man boy. We have freaking Ramses who had a problem with Marissa where she was going to PMS and like being sick and everything, and he was mad because he couldn't get his dick wet. And then I forgot the other character's name, who cheated on the other girl while doing a sleep test. This is so much in this season that I'm just like mind blown. I don't know what the producers be doing in these background checks, or if they actually just set up the wrong people just to make more drama in this, but it's getting out of hand. And it's just so much. It's just so much I could speak about. But we already at the end of this season, and we're going to speak about the recent drama between Ashley and Tyler. Now, this video is going to come out a day after the new episodes drop, so let me know in the comments below how you feel about those new episodes. But for now, we're going to speak about this nonsense. Now, so much has came out about Tyler, and I was really rooting for them. There was only one red flag, or I guess you could say yellow flag, that I seen. The episode in Cabo when they was going to sleep together for the first time. It was so weird when he prayed, and I had no idea why. It just felt kind of staged, and he was like, I'm about to cry.
Dear God, thank you for getting me and Ashley back home safely. Keep your hands on us, protect us, and when we need it, heal us. Watch over our friends as well, and also getting a little worked up. Also, just keep watching us. Watch Ashley's family. Please watch over my family.
Oh,
I was getting crying. I was about to cry.
you know you weren't.
I was.
Why?
Just the good stuff.
Which is fine. Men are able to cry. Like, I have no problem with that, but it felt so staged. It felt like a little kid forcing themselves to cry, and I'm just like, what is so weird about this? Like, I couldn't put my finger on it until I rewatched it. I don't know. Tell me what you think about that, because for me it was like a yellow flag with, like, I don't know how to feel. He's praying, but it feels forced, and it feels like he's trying to force himself to cry. I don't know. It seemed as if like Ashley was like, oh, I love that. I love when men cry. Like, get out those feelings. And he was like, yeah, I'm gonna use that to my advantage. I don't know. Let me know what you think about that in the comments down below, because I felt weird, but I don't know if I'm bugging. But anyways, the new drama. Tyler, 2 weeks before the wedding, decided to release a bombshell that he has kids, and these kids were sperm babies.
Starts with knowing more about that dynamic.
I had a very close friend, her and her wife wanted to have a baby, and they couldn't afford sperm donor. I thought that was God telling me, help someone else. And it felt good.
Do the kids know what you look like?
I don't think so.
Well, I guess the only thing we can do is take it hour by hour.
So we'll try.
And now the baby mom came out to clear everything the fuck up. Everything. And it's sad to see because Ashley is really kind-hearted. She really put her heart on her shoulders this season and let everything out. And she's so forgiving, but to a fault. It led to her, I want to say demise, but it led to her being in this situation. And I hope when Wednesday's episode drops, they do not get married. I hope all the information is relayed to her before the marriage. But we'll find out. And comment down below if you already know. Maybe don't do that. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. It's only a day after. Don't spoil it. Maybe next week. Leave a comment down below. We're going to get into what the baby mama had to say.
So unfortunately, I think it's time that I come out and say my side of the story. I wrote some notes down that I'm going to read. One, because I'm nervous. Anyone who knows me knows that I'm a shy person. I am a private person. I do not like all of my business out in the world for everyone to see and know. But that is just the situation that we're in right now. Out of my control. But I feel like it's important in order for me to move on from this and to clear everything up, that I state the truth. So there was a time in which Tyler was one of my best friends. Even now, he's still the father of my 3 beautiful children. And considering that my intent here is not to bash Tyler, however, as a mother, I'm compelled to defend my babies and myself and attempt to protect them from a narrative that just must end. A narrative that is not only purely inaccurate, but unfair to my children and myself. So with that being said, here it is.
Now, the next part she's about to say, she seems so uncomfortable saying this. You could really tell she's a very shy person. She likes to keep to herself. Even in the comment section, she left it to make sure that nobody could make comments. You could tell that she's a very private person to the point where she is uncomfortable talking about her private life in the public eye. It's hurtful to see her do this in defense of her children and herself just because another man who promised to be there is acting a fool. You put her in a very, very hard place. And she is so uncomfortable, but kudos to her for speaking her truth. Because these people will lie, especially if you're the type of person that they feel like they could get away with it. They will lie on your name. And I feel like Tyler took that and thought it was an advantage point for him because he probably thought she won't say anything. She's a very shy person. She will never speak up. And now look, throughout my whole life, I have realized that the quietest people are the most dangerous people. Whether they're shy like this and scared to talk about things, or if they're just quiet because they're very manipulative or when they are speaking, it's a very, very aggressive way of speaking. When you finally push somebody to that point, they will handle the situation how they need to handle it, whether it's timid like this or aggressive. And they will get their way because they've been fostering all of the information that you have given to them, that they have put pieces of the puzzle together to be able to make that chess move and get their way. Don't underestimate the shy people. Don't do it.
Okay. In regards to our oldest child, Cairo, Tyler was initially only supposed to be helping me and my ex-wife. He was helping us conceive. It was understood that Tyler was not supposed to assume a father role in Kai's life, hence my ex-wife's name being on the birth certificate. Shortly prior to me giving birth to Cairo, my ex-wife left me and moved back to her home state of California. She flew back for Kai's birth, packed the rest of her things, and then moved back to California. My ex-wife and I originally planned and agreed to co-parent as best as we could across the country. But things were very, very rocky for us. Soon after, my ex-wife petitioned the court for full custody of Cairo. It was then that things started to shift. Tyler, as my best friend, was there for me, helping me through this extremely, extremely tough time in my life. And for that, I'll always be thankful for him, and I wouldn't change a thing. Suddenly, one day I received a text from Tyler, and he asked me if I would be okay with him being a father to Cairo, because he did not want Cairo to be raised by a single mother as he had. So we spoke about this. We had a deep discussion about what that would mean for him to be stepping up as a father to Cairo, and what it would look like as far as financial responsibility, helping out, being an active parent in his life, being present. And after much thought and consideration, I agreed to this proposition from Tyler.
Now, I want to definitely see those text messages. Hopefully she does have them. She doesn't really have to prove herself, because I guess she does have to prove herself. Yeah, I want to see those text messages. I definitely want to see those text messages. Hopefully she has them and she could like put it out to the public. It's a weird situation to be in, because I don't know if she had an agreement with her ex-wife where there was a contract saying, hey, Tyler doesn't have anything to do with this child. It's all on her and her ex-wife. And I also don't know if there was a contract between her and Tyler where it relinquished all the dealings with the child with her ex-wife and went on Tyler. Maybe he was just being a good friend and was just like, I'm a step up since your ex-wife left. Maybe, I don't know. But the next coming part is crazy. Y'all gotta listen to this one.
Since that moment, Tyler has been considered to be and has acted as a father to Cairo. All right. So now as far as the twins, unlike Cairo, the twins were simply unplanned. If that needs to be spelled out for some people, Callie and Kamari are the results of natural, unplanned intercourse with absolutely no complexity surrounding parentage. They were conceived before Cairo turned 1, and I fully admit, I have not always been the most comfortable with that truth, due to the fact that I've lived the majority of my life as a lesbian. Nonetheless, it is exactly that, the truth. Tyler was there with me the entire way, extremely supportive. We went to doctor's appointments together. We even were living together. He was there throughout my entire pregnancy.
Living together. For them to go through all this throughout the whole pregnancy, unplanned. Okay, all right. He was there. Good man right there. He's there. He's working on them. You know, he's there living with her. They're besties in a tough situation, but he is there. To go from that to, yeah, I was just a sperm donor, is the most heinous leap you can do. The most manipulative, is the most manipulative. It's the most manipulated thing you could possibly do just to save yourself for this new life that you want to build with Ashley. And it's not only manipulative to your baby moms, it's manipulative to Ashley too, because she has no idea. And I wish you would have asked for more proof. But that girl got too much trust, bruh. That girl got too much trust. And I wonder why they actually went through with the pregnancy. Weird question to ask, because I know a lot of y'all are against abortions and everything, but what was the reason to actually keep it? Was it like the faith, not believing in abortions? Like, I really wonder what was the reason. Nonetheless, like, it's none of my business, one. But two, he was there. That was the point. He was a good man who was there at this point, living with them.
Entire pregnancy, at the time of the delivery,
she sound like me.
My entire stay in the hospital,
blah, blah, blah.
After birth, he signed the birth certificates. He cut the umbilical cords. Yeah. His mom and sister came and visited me in the hospital, visited us in the hospital after the twins were born, etc. Again, there has never been any confusion or additional context surrounding the twins' origin. We left the hospital as parents of 3 children. Tyler and I, as I already said, like, we lived together for over a year in an attempt to give the kids a 2-parent household, with the understanding that we were still gonna be dating other people.
There was definitely some sort of understanding, some sort of verbal contract, and I wonder how this is going to turn out in the court of law, because I think she's going through the process of that as we are speaking. And I think this is a PR type of announcement where she's just like trying to stay level-headed because she might be going through that process. I have no idea, but if you keep on watching it, she's saying that in the court of law, blah, 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 blah. So I think she is going through the process as of right now.
I will say, Tyler and I have never officially been together. We never truly dated. Mm-hmm. But
just 2 best friends in a heated sexual contact, and then just dropped everything. It can happen. It can happen. It can happen. When emotions get high and you think you in love. I'm sorry. Okay, this is not a laughing matter, but you already know me. I gotta laugh at something. I gotta laugh at something.
We had these kids, and we were raising these kids together. We were co-parenting these children together, and we were legit, or I felt like we were best friends. I truly hate that I had to provide an explanation in hopes of defending myself and my children. I just could not continue to sit back and allow what was being said about me and the kids to continue on and just be lied on and just sit here. What's further upsetting is that Tyler was at my house the day before he left for this show. He came to see the kids. He came to say goodbye. I wished him luck.
That is so depressing. You think your best friend who's helping you out with the kids that he and you created is coming to say goodbye because he won't be seeing the kids for a long time. The kids that he created with you, he won't be seeing them for a long time. Little did she know that was the last goodbye. That was the last goodbye. And I'm sorry to laugh, but it's so fucking sad that somebody who is so genuine, it seems like he targets people who are very nice, timid, genuine, and just shy. It seems like he targets I just choked. It seems like he targets those kind of people because not only is she shy, I don't even know her name, but not only is the baby mom shy, but Ashley is kind of like timid. and he just manipulates them. He's a nice guy at first, but then what? It's sad to see her in this predicament where not only her ex-wife left, and she was like, yes, somebody's going to actually help me not be a single mom. My best friend is going to step in and help me with these kids. And then the best friend just ups and leaves too. So she has been a single mom not only once, but twice.
The kids even sent him a video on his birthday last year while he was in the pods, wishing him a happy birthday. So in my head,
Ashley and Tyler got engaged on Tyler's birthday in the pods. So to know that simultaneously his kids are sending him videos telling him happy birthday, and I understand that they don't have their phones in the pods, but like just to think that all these two worlds are colliding into one, which is Tyler's world, and then he just ups and was like, fuck them kids, is crazy. He had to see those videos when he went to Cancun, because I think that's when they first get their phones back. He had to see those videos either then or when they started to live together officially. I don't know exactly when they get their phones back, but he had to see those videos at some point. Whether he actually looked at it or just was like, oh, I got this text and deleted it. It's amazing to me how these two worlds in real time can collide. And then he finally gets the girl he wants and just vanishes from his past life. Own up to it, bro. Own up to it. A person who hides their second life like that is the utmost disrespectful human being. And I hope Ashley realizes this along the way. Hopefully she doesn't get married. Hopefully. Please don't spoil it down in the comments below. Hopefully she does not get married. Hopefully she realizes this. But if she does, I hope she drops him. If you was looking at the previous episode, she actually was abstinent for a very long time, building her life up, working on herself, and then this Tyler person comes in and ruins everything. Ruins everything because he wants to hide his past self. No, there's no running from that. Take accountability, tell her what it is, and she will respect you even more. Now you're leaving yourself out to be disrespected by this woman. And I know Ashley is the type of timid person where it's like, oh, okay, you did this to me, blah, blah, blah. I could forgive. I'm not going to forget, but I'm going to move on. If it was me, I'll blow that whole shit up. I'm sorry. I'm not that kind. I'm a shy person, but I'm not that kind. I'm not that kind. And this is what I mean. I think he targets people who are very forgiving.
And he was going to find love. I wish this for him. I just did not think that that meant that he would neglect his children. After Tyler got back from Mexico, he reached out to me. He let me know he was alive. It wasn't until I began asking him like when he was going to see the kid.
They do get their phone back after they get back from Mexico. So when they start living together or whatever that arrangement is. So he had to have seen it because he texted the baby mom, was like, oh, I'm alive, I'm well. You saw the videos, bro. You saw the fucking videos. And then still proceeded to hide that life of yours that you decided to create before Ashley came into the picture. So manipulative.
That I started to notice something was off. I let him know that the kids missed him. I told him, I updated him on like their lives. But I could tell things were off. He kept giving excuses as to why he couldn't see them. And then one day I noticed that he deleted his Facebook, which is where all the pictures that he would post of the kids and him with the kids, that's where all the pictures were. And once I saw that he deleted his Facebook, I instantly knew what he was doing.
He deadass said his last goodbye to those kids and was like, fuck y'all, delete Facebook, y'all never existed, bitch. I really want to scream to the hells, but they ain't listening. Bro, I don't understand why contestants come on these shows, lie, and act like they're not going to be found out. Like, they act like the dark don't come to light. Even if it doesn't come out now, it's going to come out at some point. And I feel like these are very spiritual people, his baby moms and Ashley, to the point where it's going to come out sooner than you think. You're not going to get away with this. I feel like they're very protected.
And I was completely heartbroken for my children. I thought everything was okay between us. I never imagined or thought that he would attempt to disown our kids. We even discussed me and the kids possibly being at the wedding prior to him leaving, if he had made it that far. So it's honestly just all really surreal.
To stray along Ashley, who does not have kids, and tell her, I'm going to be a father for the first time too, to stray her along like that and give her promises you can't keep up. I hope this makes them both stronger, because Ashley literally was abstinent up until then.
Yeah. No, but honestly, well, not celibate, like, I use that word, but like abstinent, I guess. Not even for like religious reasons, honestly. It was just because I got tired of just like not having connections with people. That's the main reason.
He took her abstinency, we already know that, and continued to manipulate her into this beautiful life that they thought they was going to have together. And Ashley is blindsided by a whole bunch of things. This is what I mean. These dating shows are just... they will fuck up your life. They would fuck up your life. Those producers don't care. They care about the views. They care about the drama. Like, you may go into it thinking, yeah, I might find the love of my life, or maybe I won't. I just want to try this experiment to see where it leads me. And it will lead you to fucking hell, because the producers don't give a shit. They just want the views, the drama, the nonsense to be aired and dished out for the whole world to see.
I was and continue to be completely disappointed by all this, and how he was ignoring my requests for help with the children and like just seeing them. So I decided, and I continue to fight for all the back child support that he owes me. I filed for contempt of court, and that is ongoing.
What's contempt of court? An act of disobedience or disrespect towards the judicial branch of the government, or interference with its orderly proceedings. So I don't think he showed up to court. Interfering with attempts to obtain evidence, destroying evidence, disobeying a court order. Ashley, what did you get yourself into? So you know what that means. If they do actually get married, it now falls on her financially in some kind of way. I don't know how it works really with this, but in some kind of way, because if money's being taken out of his pocket, or if he just doesn't pay it, he goes to jail. But if the money starts being taken out of his pocket, she's going to have to suffer the consequences, because they're living together. They financially, stabilizing themselves together as a unit, as a marriage. So all this, her life was perfectly fine. She built up herself. And now Tyler comes in and fucks that whole shit up. I'm astonished, bro.
And also out of disappointment, I also filed to change the twins' last names so that they could all have the same last name.
This is so heavy. She even went to the extent to change the twins' last name.
I want to add, in fairness, I understand that there is an argument to suggest that despite him wanting and accepting the role as Kai's dad, that maybe he doesn't or shouldn't have any responsibility for Cairo. While I and the courts at this point disagree, I respect this argument. However, there's nothing and absolutely no context that exists that would suggest the same for the twins. With that, Tyler hasn't spoken to or seen the kids since September 30th of 2023. That was the day before he left for this show. And that's why I'm so beyond hurt and angry with him about all of this.
For a whole year, he has not seen the kids. It's October 2024, a year and a month.
It just didn't have to be this way. It shouldn't be this way. I completely supported his decision to go on this show. I wanted him to find love. I wanted him to find happiness. I just didn't think that involved disowning his kids in any way. I can't wrap my head around why he felt the best way to do that would be to cut off the kids, then to make matters worse, lie on national television and say they're merely sperm babies and they don't know what he looks like. Yeah, that it all hurts. I understand this is everyone's entertainment, but this is our real lives. And it sucks. It really sucks. But if the intent here was to protect me and the children,
it wasn't. The intent was never to protect you and the children. It was to protect himself so he could start a new life with Ashley. That was the intent. Was never to protect you or the children he helped create at all. As soon as he deleted that Facebook and ghosted y'all, not even, as soon as he lied to Ashley and then proceeded with that lie to the point where he deleted the Facebook where all the pictures of his kids is on there and ghosted y'all, it was never for you and the family. He hasn't been there for a year. I'm sorry. But speak the truth. He has not been there for a year. It was never to protect y'all. And I know you're trying to show some grace. Probably not only for him, but definitely for the kids. I know you're trying to give him some leeway. But baby, no.
Although I appreciate that, as their mother, I feel like the best way to do that would have been to
not lie, maybe to not lie at all. Maybe the best way to protect the family and the family you're going into as of right now is to not lie. Maybe that was the best way. Maybe, yeah. It's crazy to me how he said, no, they don't know my face. Like, he really thought about it. He was like this. Actually asked, well, do they know what you look like? And he goes, I don't think so. Bitch, they over here calling you daddy.
You playing with?
Because I'm fine. I'm fine
around.
So,
I know how to ride.
Because you 5?
there's Cairo again.
And how old is your sister?
Sissy is holding. Dad's holding Sissy because he's going.
Because she's 3?
Yeah, he's 3.
Kamari, let me see your face. What? You're going too fast, girl. Kamari, look up.
So as we can see here, this is a video. That's him. That's Tyler Francis. He's there with both of these kids.
They called you daddy. You spent events with them. You were there last Christmas. You've been in their lives since birth, since conception. You've been their daddy, bro. What? And I'm sorry to tell you guys this, but there's even more drama. So apparently, the baby mom of these 3 kids cheated with Tyler on her ex-fiance, allegedly. I don't know how true this is, but she commented on a Facebook post, I believe, that she is the ex-fiance, and the way they had those twins was behind her back. On top of that, when they conceived those twins, Tyler was engaged. So not only he's a liar, manipulator, he's also a cheater. They both cheaters.
And she and her then wife wanted children. They reached out to Tyler to be their sperm donor, which he did for their son. But when the son was just a few months old, Tyler and the baby mama ended up sleeping together, and she got pregnant with twin girls. The twist: he was engaged at the time. It's a total scandal. Another woman who claims to be the baby mama's ex-wife confirmed the story, saying, "I was married to the mother of his kids when she got pregnant. He was supposed to be our donor, but they did it behind my back, and he was engaged at the time."
Ashley, I hope you did not marry this man. I hope and pray to the gods you did not marry this man. I know that the season was last year, but God Almighty, please, please relinquish this marriage right now, because why people just can't admit you believe in God so much. You believe in God so much, yet you can't admit your sins. God would forgive you. God would bless your heart. Just tell the damn truth, bro, or you're gonna end up in this hell. This is hell. This is... Love is definitely blind, but not in the right way at all. At all. It'll blind you from this nonsense that's going on behind your back. That's where Love is Blind is. That's exactly what it is. This is a mess. Let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. And thank you to all my new followers. Hi, hello, I'm Tanasia. I should have said that at the beginning, but we're here now. And I'll see you next week. Or maybe this week. I don't know. I might put 2 videos out this week. I might. Probably see you this week.